Hello again, biologists. I hope you've been enjoying your study of plants and animals. Remember, that's what biologist means, a person who studies plants and animals. Can you say that with me? I'm going to try to do the hand gestures too, even though I only have one free hand. Biologist, a person who studies plants and animals. So I have today a chant that I want to teach you about biologists, and I'm also going to attach this in our Google Classroom if you would like to print a copy. Next time we look at this chant, we'll add some pictures to it. Biologists here, biologists there. Biologists here, biologists there. Biologists, biologists everywhere. All biologists observing. Smart biologists wondering, many biologists discovering, and cooperative biologists reporting. Biologists on the hill, biologists in the garden, biologists on the playground, and biologists in the community. Biologists here, biologists there, biologists, biologists everywhere. Biologists, biologists, biologists. There's so many opportunities to be a biologist outside right now with everything growing and all the animals coming out as the weather warms up. And that's what this book is about too. It's called Up in the Garden and Down in the Dirt. The author is Kate Messner, with art by Christopher Silas Neal. And here are a whole bunch of things that are growing in their garden. They wrote in cursive, that loopy kind of printing. Up in the garden and down in the dirt. Up in the garden I stand and plan, my hands full of seeds and my head full of dreams. So I see that there's snow, the trees are kind of bare. What season do you think this is? Is it summer? No, it's most likely winter. There's still snow, and that's why she's making a plan for probably what she wants in her garden this year. Spring sun shines down to melt the sleepy snow. Wind whistles through last year's plants, and mud sucks at my rain boots. It's not quite time, Nana says. Down in the dirt, things need to dry out and warm up. What's down there, I ask? Can you see what's down in the dirt? I see little worms and I see roots here. Down in the dirt is a whole busy world of earthworms and insects digging and building and stirring up soil. They're already working down in the dirt. Have you seen any of these things? Up in the garden, we snap brittle stalks, scoop rustly armfuls, and wheel away weeds for the chickens. While they squabble and scratch, we spread compost over the soil. Compost makes the soil really healthy for growing. Down in the dirt, pill bugs chew through last year's leaves. I give a gentle poke. They roll up tight and hide in plated suits of armor, roly-poly round. Up in the garden, it's time to plant. I trail a furrow with my finger and sprinkle seeds in a careful row. Give them a drink, Nana says. We pat them down to snuggle in the dark. Down in the dirt, a tomato hornworm rests, waiting for wings and the leaves where she'll lay her eggs. Up in the garden, carrot plants sprout. Pea blossoms bloom. Wasps are on the prowl and honeybees visit, legs loaded with pollen. So what's interesting about carrots, some of you might not have known this, but carrots are a root vegetable. That means before we eat a carrot, we pull it out of the soil. It's buried. When you pull on the leaves, get a surprise carrot. And there's those earthworms having an impact, making their tunnels. I weed and wilt in sun so strong even Nana looks for shade. Down in the dirt, earthworms tunnel deep. I'm jealous of their cool, damp dark. Up in the garden, rain shower, Nana turns the hose on me. Eee! I hide behind the cucumber vines, but their leaves can't save me. I shiver and laugh, drenched in Nana's rain. Down in the dirt, water soaks deep. Roots drink it in, and a long-legged spider still walks over the streams. Here's the spider, trying to walk carefully over that water. Up in the garden, there's so much to eat. Ladybugs feast on aphids. Aphids are bugs that will harm your garden plants. They'll make little holes in them, so ladybugs are good to have around to eat them. Nana crunches green beans. I bite a ripe tomato warm from the sun, and the juice dribbles down my chin. Down in the dirt, a robin's beak finds a cricket, a beetle, a grub. Slugs are scrumptious too. I'm thinking that a garden is a busy place. All the things you can see happening in the garden, and it's busy down in the dirt too, where you might not see everything. Up in the garden, we pick cukes, that's a nickname for cucumbers, and zucchini, harvesting into the dark. Bats swoop through the sunflowers, and I pluck June bugs from the basil until it's time for bed. Down in the dirt, skunks work the night shift. They snuffle and dig and gobble cutworms while I sleep. Up in the garden, a praying mantis wakes to hunt mosquitoes. Nana sprays away the aphids, and I'm after grasshoppers, ready to swoosh. But snap! Someone else is faster! Down in the dirt, a smooth, shining garter snake crunches on supper. Up in the garden, the wind grows cool. Pumpkins blush orange and sunflowers bow to September. Nana ties them together to build a house for reading. That is so cool. And look, she's learning about sunflowers on an S page. Down in the dirt, an orb weaver spins her web strand by silken strand. She'll munch on moths tonight. Up in the garden, colored leaves litter the squash vines, and we know the cold is coming. Hurry, hurry, and harvest! There's enough for the neighbors, too. Down in the dirt, frantic ants gather what we leave behind. They're storing food for cooler days ahead. Up in the garden, frost draws lace on leftover leaves where secret egg sacs hang, waiting for the warm to return. We say goodbye and spread the winter blankets. Down in the dirt, beetles burrow. Ants scurry home. Earthworms curl tight in the dark. When Grandpa calls us in for soup, an autumn moon is rising. Up in the garden, dry corn stalks tremble and the wind smells like winter. But the long ripe days of summer still rest in the garden beds. The ladybugs and bumblebees, earthworms and ants are hunkered down, hiding, biding their time, dreaming of sunshine and blossoms and sprouts. Under the bare arms of trees and the blanketing snow, a whole new garden sleeps down in the dirt. And that's the end. And the author included a little note that says, every garden is a community garden. Do you know why? You may work hard planting seeds and pulling weeds, but plants can't thrive without the help of all those smaller gardeners down in the dirt. Do you know which small gardeners they're talking about? All those bugs and worms and beetles and slugs, right? I have a few things attached today to also go with this science lesson. One of them is a song about what plants need to survive, and the other one is a little video about the different parts of a plant and how they help it to survive. All right, thank you.